And we're live.
Hello, hello.
Evening.
How is everyone?
Alive, how are you?
I mean, at least, alive is good.
Can we take alive in this house?
We take those.
Yep.
Such a ringing endorsement.
I guess alive counts.
Such a ringing endorsement. We take alive. Oh. But yes, we are back. After a brief week off due to sickness. But we're back and ready to jump into things once again. Seeing as how you all left off at a rather interesting point the last time that we were together. The individual who was hiding out at the McMillan farm was revealed to be a vampire lord that some of you think you know or have had previous encounters with in the past, as well as a traveling necromancer who had a group of sick individuals with her that she claims was that were cursed, and she was taking them to a witch friend of hers in order to see if the curse could not be lifted. Along with her was a small roving band of undead. Thankfully, thankfully, not too much violence happened, as cooler heads did prevail. The vampire lord who introduced himself as Vincent took Asha and Sylvia down into his basement, his laboratory at the moment, if you would. As you went down into this basement, you found that it was still being dug out by a couple hundred undead. But he took you back to a small corner where he had a temporary workstation and a rather interesting looking artifact with him. A orb which he claimed could, in the right hands, bring peace and understanding to everybody by unifying them all as one. Little bit of a philosophical conversation between Asha and Vincent happened, but he was very open with what he was working on at the moment and what his goals were. You couldn't really determine if he was lying or not. He seemed to be rather truthful. And before we pick up today, we have one important thing to take care of, as it was Spiffy's birthday last week.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You have no idea how much I adore that this is just a tradition now.
Yep. So,
For some background, Spiffy, it's all my fault.
As per tradition,
I hate this shit.
We just got a ton of gift subs. Malls, thank you for those gift subs. As per tradition here, when it's your birthday, you get to draw from the deck of many things. So, Spiffy, what I need to know is, what deck do you want to pull from?
Christ. I don't know. Whichever one you grab first. I'm not picky.
Deck 2 it is. All right, so in deck 2, there are 22 cards that you can choose from.
Heart of the cards. Rip the top one.
Ah, the true way of doing it.
I ain't a coward.
Let's give it a good shuffle here, as to not invite doom, as the cards explode everywhere. Oh, I believe
Okay.
Doom is here.
Max now has a super shotgun. Got it.
Let's see what Max drew here. Lift my glasses so I could read.
Max pulled the virulent plague card. All it means it sounds scary, but all it means is change. Oh wait, it was upside down? No, it's an actual virulent plague. Sorry.
So, you drew the staff card. A rare or rarer magical rod, staff, or wand appears in your hand. The DM chooses the item.
Cool. The fight Barian got a fucking wand.
The fight Barian got a wand. So
or
Max,
staff. You can have a whack and stick.
It's
No, he
it's-
said rod. If he got a rod, it'd be better because
It's
the
a rod.
rods.
rod,
It's a
staff,
rod.
or rod, staff, or wand.
It's a rod of cast iron.
So, Max, as you are awaiting your friend's topside, you feel something fall into your hand. This strange looking red slab of metal, decorated in a variety of runes, with a dragon's head, mouth agape at the end. Once a day, you can use this wand, not this wand, but this rod, to spurt a 15-foot cone of fire in front of you. There is a DC 15 dex save for this attack. On a failed save, the individuals will take 8d6 fire damage. Saves will give them half.
So it's a conal fireball. Neat.
Mm-hmm. And this is cast, like I said, this is once a day.
Mhm.
It recharges every 24 hours.
Okay.
I should say recharges every long rest. It's easier to put that down than 24 hours.
And did you happen to have a name for this thing?
Spitfire.
Looks like you don't have to worry about trying to light the house on fire with that flint and steel anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
Peaceful or not inside.
Stand back! I'm gonna commit arson.
It's
Please keep away
fine.
from
That's
the
like
orphanage.
it's like one of the bottom 3 crimes we've committed thus far.
Yeah, and Malls, because you did give 5 gift subs, that is what, $25? 5 tier
Who
ones.
even knows with
25.
Twitch prices these days?
It's $25 dues, so $29.99. $29.95. Did you donate through the phone?
No, they're $6 a pop now.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. They
The
haven't
human
been
monies.
$5 in years.
All right. Well, then, Malls, you have $30 dues to give out for Extra Life. I will say for future settings, Roach with the boomer prices. Oh yeah, because how dare I want the original price for subs. I will say that it's probably best in the future to put the money towards Extra Life instead of subs in the future, because That way Extra Life gets all of the money and Twitch doesn't take half of it, as they love to do. But because Miles, you did give that donation, you do have $30 to hash out in any way you wish. And yes, Miles, I do have a deck poll on Saturday and on Thursday. Well, next Thursday. But yeah, we can start. And we are going to start where we left off. Down in the basement. And I believe, Sylvia, you were looking through the books.
I was, yes.
Is there anything in particular? I know I gave you a brief rundown of a few things that you had previously read. Is there anything further you were looking for?
Is there any specifics in these books about the orb, the crown, and the skull that were mentioned before?
You did find one tome that had a page open that showed the orb, the skull, and the crown in it. And it gave a brief rundown of what each one of these artifacts was capable of. And it was something that you had previously gleaned over, getting a feeling that each one of these artifacts by themselves are artifacts of not only great importance, but they could be wielded to a grand level. Though the crown itself seems to have a warning with it that the use of the item is unstable and will doom the individual who puts it on.
And amongst all these tomes and books and paperwork and stuff, is there any like personal paperworks of Vincent that might detail what exactly he's doing here or trying to do?
Go ahead and give me an investigation roll. And if you're trying to do this in secret, I want you to give me a deception or stealth roll on top of that.
I don't think I'm trying to be secretive about it, but I don't want it to appear as if I'm looking for specific information, even though I am. I want it to just look like I'm curious and happen to be looking through all the paperwork here. So I don't know if you want one of those extra rolls to accomplish that, or just have that be rolled into the investigation.
If you're not like directly trying to throw somebody off of your trail or to do this in secret, you won't have to make one of those rolls. You can just go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay. It's 13 on the die plus 0. 13.
13. While perusing over the various tomes that are on this desk, you do find a small book that is bound in red leather. It seems to be a bit out of place, as the small book seems to be new-ish, while everything else around you is like old musty tomes.
And is the book sealed or bound in any way, or am I free to just open it and take a quick look?
Malls, thank you for that $25 to extra. Damn. So
He's very generous.
So
today.
Malls has already given Spiffy an auto success since it was his birthday. What are you gonna do with that other 25, Malls? You do notice that there is some sort of binding that would be applied. Oh, an auto success to me. I'll take that. Thank you.
Nice.
I'll grab one of my coins to let me know that I have a success I could just use against you guys at any point in time. Like I said, you do notice that there is like a small like leather wrap that would be wrapped around the tome itself to keep it sealed, but it's been unwound and it just looks like it's been left carelessly on the desk.
Okay. Then just in the exact same manner that I'm been perusing all the other documents, I will open up that book and take a look inside.
Okay. What languages do you speak?
Not very many, because I have lived in a basement my whole life. Common, Orin, and Giant.
So you just open it to like a random page.
Yeah.
And you do find text there, but it's not one you've seen before. Though looking at the text itself, you start to get like a bit of a migraine. Nothing too impairing or nothing that's gonna like knock you down, but you begin just to feel that like slight throbbing behind your eyes as you look over this script.
Okay. So all this paperwork in these books, they're at like a bench, right? A table, essentially.
It's just like a wooden table that he's made into a makeshift desk.
And is there a chair at this desk?
There is. It just looks to be just like an average table chair that he had grabbed from upstairs.
Okay. So I'm going to sit down in the chair and just kind of disregarding any other conversation or happenings that's going on with the other people down here. I'm just going to pull out some parchment and start kind of taking my own notes as I look over all of this. And within those notes, for as long as the pending migraine will allow me to, I want to copy the text that's in this red book.
Can I get a Constitution saving throw from you?
You sure can.
Go ahead and roll that. I will get back to you in a moment. While you are perusing and beginning to copy down any information that you find in this tome, Asha, is there anything that you're doing? As you see the walls of this basement being dug out and secured by numerous undead.
Which direction are they digging? Are they digging towards the orphanage, or
from what it looks like, they are manually digging a basement. They're just digging out. They're digging down and outwards and securing walls and everything. They're like building a makeshift basement for Vincent to use.
Where one didn't exist before.
Yes.
Okay. Can I get just kind of looking at all the ghouls and everything here, does anyone look familiar to me? Does it look like he's stealing townspeople to make his work people?
Go ahead and give me a history check. Oh, and while you make that history check, I did update his token.
I got an upgrade. Grandpa don't look like Grandpa no more.
Nope, Grandpa does not look like Grandpa no more.
Sorry, allergies are getting my eyes today. It's a 9.
It's a 9?
It's a 9.
You try your hardest to figure out if anybody down here is anybody you know, anybody that you may have just seen in passing, but they just seem to be nameless faces in the crowd. And Vincent looks down to you and he can see like the concern on your face. You don't need to worry about them. To use a mortal term, they were ethically sourced.
How does one ethically source a ghoul?
Well, the morgues and graveyards of prisons do tend to be overflowing at times, and some individuals who are open to a little greasing of the wheels will tend to drop some my way.
Guess that beats grave robbing.
Grave robbing is such a horrible practice.
For the term archaeology.
There's a fine line. And that is the motive behind it.
Totally not getting Indiana Jones flashbacks.
I see your concern, my lady, and I just want you to know that none of them are suffering. I have personally seen to that.
You have to forgive my unease. I understand you're used to being treated that way. It's just always concerning.
Indeed.
To be fair, I'd also be concerned about the work conditions if they were alive. So I just tend to worry.
Well, if I could convince any of the living to assist me in digging out a basement, I would have happily requested that, but given my appearance and demeanor, that may have proven to be difficult.
Yeah, I can see that. Small towns and all.
Not very trusting of outsiders.
No, they're not.
And as you're having this pleasant conversation with him, Fox, what'd you get for that Constitution save?
23.
23. Okay. I have to ask, how much of a pain tolerance does Sylvia have?
Well, she has been burned alive several times at this point. So I imagine it's above, the average person. And given that her constitution is very high and her history that has not yet come to light, I'm going to say she has a pretty high pain tolerance.
Okay. You are going to take 8 points of damage.
Okay.
And you are going to gain an injury. As you begin to write, or you begin to try to copy this script, you feel the muscles in your index finger on your writing hand begin to twinge as your finger jolts the opposite direction that it's supposed to face. Thankfully, there's no break, but there's just enough pain that you can feel muscle on the inside of your finger begin to tear. Until you naturally heal, or you can get this magically repaired, any actions that require the use of this hand will be made at disadvantage. As you get the feeling that this script is somehow magically protected. As like you can feel just like the inside of your finger like burning and throbbing just from the sensation of the torn muscle.
That does not seem like the type of thing that a totally innocent man would put on his notes. Um, but does Sylvia care enough about his morality to keep going? Can I do a real quick insight check? Not necessarily of someone specific, but just looking over at Asha and Vincent, just trying to get kind of a read on the air itself, the vibe of the conversation and the room, and see if there's any unseen tensions going on.
Sure, go ahead and give me an insight check.
It is going to be a 15.
A 15. As you look over at Vincent, he seems to be very calm, very collective, very relaxed, standing there just with his hands behind his back, having a pleasant what looks to be on his end anyway, a pleasant conversation with Asha. Asha, what does it look like? What feeling does Sylvia get when she looks over at you?
Asha's a little bit uncomfortable, and not really with anything in specific. It's just the situation at large is very uncomfortable between what happened upstairs to what's going on down here. It's just a lot of like, she doesn't know what to do with this, and she's not sure if she's okay with it yet. But she has nowhere to go with that uncomfortableness. Like, it's not directed at anyone. Just there.
That's fair. And it would probably be a safe assumption that if I tried to push forward with copying this text, that the likelihood of suffering another injury is probably high, right? Or would I have no indication?
I think that depends on how cautious Sylvia is. How much of a cautious person is she? Is she somebody who after touching the stove notices that it burns a little bit if she would stop touching the stove, or is she just continually just touch it for science?
Unfortunately for Sylvia, she's the type of person that would continue to touch it if somebody told her to continue touching it. And she knows how reactionary Kylus was to this whole situation. So perhaps she feels like, for his sake, to learn as much as we possibly can about this man and what he's doing is the right thing for us right now. So she's going to press forward with trying to copy down more of this text that she doesn't understand.
Okay. Can you go ahead and give me another Constitution saving throw, this time at disadvantage?
Disadvantage. Ooh, that made it so much worse. That is going to drop it down to a 13.
I'm going to roll a perception check here to Vincent. What's your passive perception, Asha?
Asha.
My passive perception, an 18.
Okay. Well, he apparently doesn't hear this, but maybe because because you're somebody who has provided medical assistance to people in the past, you are very well aware what the sound of snapping bones sounds like. As you begin to write, you get a couple more characters in, and you begin to feel your hand begin to spasm and twist, and just like more searing pain. And then how to explain this, because it's just like, it's rather painful. You feel pressure like on the middle of your forearm as the back of your middle finger, now touches your forearm as there's just this loud, agonizing crack as your arm is just obliterated in front of you. From the shock itself, you begin to feel woozy. Just from just the immediate blood loss that begins to happen. You are going to take 12 points of damage every round that this wound remains untreated, as you are now bleeding out.
Asha, being who she is going to immediately move into action, though. As she sees the blood and the gore, and she's going to immediately start treating it.
And like soon as you hear that snap, and your eyes snap over to Asha and or to Sylvia, you could see the blood like spurting up.
Yep.
Vincent's ears perk, and you can see like the skin on his forehead kind of like just tense up and go back a bit as the scent of blood catches his attention. And he quickly turns and looks to see what's happening as you rush over to Sylvia. And he is maybe about a step and a half behind you.
I think as that happens, it's enough of a shock to Sylvia that she kind of like tips backwards in the chair, probably falling back onto the ground, just like holding her arm up. The type of sudden and intense pain that's so strong that you can't even scream in reaction to it. It's just so much to try and take in all at once.
Where shock just instantly kicks in the moment it happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And like you get over there and you can just see this grievous wound that she has somehow been inflicted with.
I'm gonna pull out my healer's kit and start putting it back together before I use any magic, because I want the arm in the right spot.
And Vincent comes up behind you. What happened?
I don't know, but for now I have to treat this wound first. And she's just gonna she's like in medical mode now. She does not care. Her patient, everything else is secondary.
Allow me to assist.
I need to get the bone set before we do any kind of healing.
You're going to need to have the blood stop before that happens. And he like runs like in like a very just macabre moment. He like reaches in and runs his hand through the fountain of blood spurting through out of Sylvia's wound. He takes it up and he like just like runs it along his tongue. And his eyes flash for a moment as he begins to chant. And you feel your blood begin to slow and begin to withdraw back into the wound itself. You should be able to set the bone now without getting too dirty.
This was never a concern, but thank you. And she goes about, she's just doing what she's doing. She's going to be more concerned about what just happened after she's done.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check using your healer's kit.
Okay, can someone remind me how this works when we have the kits? It's changed like every time, I feel like.
The kit is a bonus to your check.
Well,
okay.
I think there were updated rules, wasn't there, that we incorporated?
Yeah, if it's a kit that you're proficient with, then you add your proficiency modifier on top of any other proficiencies that you already have in medicine.
Okay, so medicine plus an additional proficiency if I'm proficient in that tool.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I remember there was something that we made, some sort of change that we made that we incorporated. Because
I just remember it was no longer like double.
No, it's like the 2024,
Yeah.
like that was like one of the 2024 rules that we did bring in because it was.
It
actually
clarified a lot of muddiness, yeah.
Clarified kits, yeah. Okay.
Let's see, 18 plus 8 should be 26.
Okay. With the 26, you will be able to successfully begin working on healing Sylvia to the point to where this arm will actually be useful again.
And then as I'm getting it all back into place and it's looking like it's getting right, I'll start dropping some healing words in there as well.
Okay. I'm going to say as this happened before they got to you, about 2 rounds passed.
Okay.
So you're going to lose another 24 HP.
Yeah, and then she would do the healing word. We're not really in battle, nor so it seems to be. So we're going to do healing word at, let's drop 2 of them at 3rd level.
So I think also while you're doing that, at some point during that process, Sylvia is going to kind of grab onto your shirt and like pull you really close to her. And through the pain, she's going to try and do her best to kind of whisper in your ear, so hopefully only you hear. And she'll say, "My papers on the desk. Get them. Don't let him see."
Yeah, let me add up this healing word, and then I will probably tip to slide his hand the paper as I work as well.
Okay.
There's the one I'm looking for. 2 plus the spell level. So it'll be another 5. I might actually only need 1. Something else that I get to add into. Nope, I think that's it for this one. That's something at 19 healing. 19 of healing on the first one.
Okay. So you begin to set the bone, set it up to where the bone should heal, and as you begin to cast your healing, the wound itself begins to mend. The skin and muscle and everything begin to seal up to where the arm itself is at least whole. From the discoloration, everything, you can tell that the bone is still broken, as magical healing will not repair bone.
Nope, she's just trying to get the wounds to close up around it so that it can not be a spurting, almost severed arm.
And that you seal it up, and you can tell that this is going to leave like a nasty like scar once everything is said and done.
So she'll start making her cast. As she does, she'll kind of try and swipe those papers off as she sets out her stuff to make the cast.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check.
Yeah, so she kind of wants to set everything on top of the thing, so when she slides it down, the papers come with, and her sleight of hand is going to go to an 18.
18.
I don't have a great sleight of hand. Who knows? The healer was not built for stealth.
I don't know. I thought that was a pretty good roll.
The dice were kind.
If he clocked you, he isn't showing any sign.
It's the best she can do, and she's just going to continue to essentially cast the arm and make a sling, and just take Sylvia's arm in a sling.
Okay.
And then, how are you feeling? Are you still woozy? Lightheaded? Anything feel off other than the break?
It's not as bad as it was, but it's not feeling good.
Yeah, we'll have to get you something for the pain. Can whip you up something, but probably here's not the best place. Let's get you back to the hotel.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but it's going to leave a scar, Sylvia. It's going to be bad. It is not going to heal well.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause a scene.
Don't think you did it on purpose. Not many people break their arms on purpose.
No, it wasn't on purpose, but still, I got blood everywhere. I'm sorry.
So, I will say, with this injury, at the moment, this hand is completely useless.
That was her dominant hand, right?
If that was the one that she writes with, yes.
Yes.
Every long rest, what you are going to do for me is you are going to make a death saving throw for that arm. Until 3 successes or 3 failures.
And do you want those at the start or the end of the long rest?
The end of the long rest.
Okay.
And once we have 3 or 3, then we'll have our results as to what happens to that arm.
I better find another spare just in case.
Well, you do have
Just put
that.
the other one on
Yeah, I was gonna
backwards.
say just put the other one on, and you'll be fine.
I'm not a Rakshasa.
So as you're healing up your friend, we're gonna go ahead and go topside to everybody else who did not go downstairs. As all of you see both Asha and Sylvia go down into the basement with Vincent, the necromancer that you were introduced to, Miss Valentine, excuses herself for a moment as she brings around a cart. Not a cart, but a large wagon pulled by 2 normal looking horses. And she's like, would a couple of you lend me a hand, please? I need to get the sick and injured into the back of these carts, and I can't risk them running.
Can I get an insight? I still don't trust this bitch.
Sure. Go ahead and give me an insight.
Sorry. Just necromancer.
Oh. Not for nothing, but are these people contagious?
No, thankfully, no. This is not a sickness, it is a curse.
Sorry, I'm just
If,
getting my.
if it were a sickness, I would be in better clothing than just this dress.
22.
At 22, you still get a sense from her that she's still well-meaning and wishes to help these people. As she walks to the side of the cart and she unhooks just like these long pole arm type tools.
Is she using man catchers?
She is using man catchers.
It.
Yes. Oh, I thought you said hold it.
No, he said, not it.
She's like,
Basically, he's volunteering. Oh my god, I can't remember. Tokimi to do it.
like, I only need about 2 of you at most to assist.
She gives you, like, you've never seen her do this before. She gives you a death glare. Like, if you openly volunteer me to use a man catcher on these people to put them in the necromancer cart, she's gonna give you the mom look.
She's like, I understand if this is something that causes concern given these tools, but it is the safest way for us to transport them. That way, if they do drop into a blood rage or anything, we're safe from their attacks. Once we get them into the back of the wagon, everything will be fine.
Yeah. Because who? So it's Mitoki and what is it? Realm?
Yutoki, Rom, and Kailas.
So is this a traditional man catcher? Because like they can cause damage.
No,
Like,
this is a modified one that it just looks like it's meant to go around their neck to help guide them. There's no teeth or anything on the inside to prevent somebody from fleeing.
Oh, so it's like an animal control snare.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's an animal control snare to just guide them around.
Can Tokimi like discern this contraption won't actually harm someone even if they're trying to resist?
It would be rather
Well-
hard for them to injure themselves on this. This doesn't seem to have any sort of like additions or parts of the device that are meant to damage somebody who's attempting to get away. This just seems to be something that she uses for her safety to help transport these individuals.
She's
I understand if you are hesitant and you don't want to
she
help.
curses in Draconic and she just grabs the man catcher.
Anyone else? I just need one more. If not, I can ask my assistant in the wagon to help. I understand. Renaud,
I think
and as she says that, the back of the wagon opens up and this large, just like lumbering individual steps out. And you could see that this undead creature seems to have these like large metal plates fastened into the flesh of its body. Not necessarily as it's wearing armor, but it has been grafted to them. He looks down at Miss Valentine. She's like, and she hands him one of the devices, and she's like, "We need to bring the sick into the wagon. You know what to do." And this large creature just nods and begins to walk towards the shed.
Tokimi is gonna let this Bernard person grab someone first to see if it actually doesn't look like it physically hurts them, and then if it doesn't, she'll grab one of the sickened.
As Renard walks up to this to the pen where they had been kept, you begin to hear these, like, all these individuals like look up at him as that mist that she had put on them starts to wear off, and they begin to like audibly hiss and growl and get aggressive towards him. And you see his eyes flash for a moment, and they all just stop and become docile. And he just very gingerly puts the device around one of their necks, opens the gate, and begins to lead one out. And it looks over to you, Toki, and he just says, "Follow."
I don't have Arcana, but when I'm presuming Tokimi would have noticed the flashing eyes.
Yeah, she was looking at him.
Can I possibly do a religion check instead of Arcana to see if this is something I recognize?
Were you looking at him?
Well, I mean, yes. I mean, I'm making sure that he's not actually hurting.
Go ahead and before you make a check, go ahead and give me a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. Oh, jeez. Well, at least it's my highest stat. Oh, almost highest stat. Second highest. Oh. Or 23.
So as soon as that flash happens, thankfully wisdom is one of your higher stats, as you shake off what feels like a sense of creeping domination, like overwhelming you. As you shake your head and he loops the thing around its neck and he begins to pull it out, it just turns to you again and says, "Follow."
Okay, so it's some sort of mind.
Yeah, a religion check necessarily isn't going to help in this sense.
Yeah. I would presume it's like a mind control. I've seen mind control before.
You felt something trying to control your mind.
Yeah,
as
yeah,
those
and
eyes
I'm
flashed.
feeling it. Yeah, so, but specifically when I was looking at him. So if he's looking at them and I look at him while he's looking at them and I feel the effect, I'm gonna put 2 and 2 together
Mhm.
and go. Who did he grab? Did he grab one of the men, or did he grab the woman?
He grabbed the. Let me zoom down here. I'll bring this up to them. Like, he grabbed the individual in the lower front. So this one right here. The halfling.
I'm gonna grab the purple-headed lady.
Okay, you grab the furball. Okay.
Yeah.
And as you do, it's very simple. And as you begin to like lead her out with this device, follows without a problem. And he
All right.
leads this halfling up into the cart, presses something on the lower half of this device. It releases them, and as soon as they're in the cart, they kind of sit down and they fall asleep. And as soon as he releases the first one, he goes and walks right back to the what do you call it, the shack again.
All right. After I drop off the fur log, and I'll grab. I'm presuming this is another female.
That is a male elf.
Oh, okay. That's why he has the defining features.
Yeah.
I would still grab him.
Okay, and
over the angrier person.
And then the Renaud grabs the human, and you both lead them to the cart. And as you get them in, he puts the device back up onto the side of the wagon, climbs into the back of the wagon himself, and shuts the door.
I hand her back her man catcher.
Thank you for your help, miss.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. She reaches into her dress. She pulls out a whistle and she like lightly blows it as all of the undead that were like walking the perimeter of this farmstead stop and all begin to walk towards her and gather like in two single file lines. Okay, children, we're heading out. I don't want any trouble from anyone. No attacking random people on the roads. We know we must be kind and courteous. We don't need any more accidents. She walks over and she gets up into the wagon and she looks over to like the rest of you. Well, it was very nice meeting you, and I hope that your journey and whatever tasks you have ahead are easy and provide you plentiful reward. I'm sorry, I'm not really used to dealing with the living.
It's fine. We're not used to dealing with corpse tenders. I guess have a day.
You as well. And she clicks the horses and just sort of just does like a little light rap with the reins as the horse-led carriage begins to go down the dirt road, and followed by the small battalion of undead following her.
The like the shack, like what's the like? I'm presuming wood walls, stone walls.
It's wood. It looks to be at one point. This was just a thatched roof shack, possibly meant to handle livestock or hay. But it is in a, like most of the rest of this farmstead, in a state of disrepair.
in a fit of controlled anger, Tokubi is going to put her fist through the door.
Okay. And it's not really a roll that you need to make. Is like you just like throw a punch and the rotted wood on this door just shatters.
Well, Toki's doing that. Max is going to message Asha. We need to leave. How close are you to being done?
Like with the actual message spell?
Yep.
Alright. At what point in time does that message actually come into me? Am I mid-bandaging?
As that message pops into your head, you are near the end of successfully securing Sylvia's arm in a sling.
Not much longer. If you guys need to leave, you can leave without us.
No, that's not going to happen. But I don't trust what's going on here. But I also don't know enough.
And it requires Asha to speak out loud. He's not responding.
That's fair.
You get silence. Radio silence.
As Vincent sort of looks down and he's like, I sense your friends are growing impatient up top.
A bit.
Well, it seems that the young lady's arm is in the best state that it could be, and he just like releases releases whatever he was grasping with his hand, as you begin to feel the blood just like circulate and pump back into your arm.
That's gotta come with some tingles.
That's not an ability I've ever come across before.
It's in the form of advanced hemomancy, blood magic. Yes, I know, very cliche for a vampire to know blood magic.
Well, I think if anybody's going to, it would be one of your kind. Sorry for the mess.
It's okay. As he kind of like looks down and he notices the red book. You made eye contact with that, did you? As he quickly like shuts it and seals it.
Prolonged eye contact.
I do not know where it came from. It was within the books that were delivered to me. I've had the damnedest time trying to decipher its meaning. Every time I try to read it, it gives me an excruciating headache.
Oh, it's not your personal, like, journal or anything.
I cannot say it was. I myself don't even know what script it's in.
This is going to be futile, but can I do an insight check on this
Sure.
ancient vampire?
Go
I was
ahead.
about to say the same thing.
Go ahead.
This is so stupid, but
Although I did just nat 20, plus whatever my insight is, I think it's 4.
So you hear
mine
him.
was a 25.
There's a moment to where as he's speaking, you feel some sort of connection with him. Like, for the moment, the two of you are linked. And you could tell that he is flat out lying about this book. That he knows more than he's letting on. You don't know what it is because his tone doesn't change. The words that he uses aren't anything out of the norm that you've come to expect from him. There's just some feeling that you get that he is not telling the truth.
think once Asha has finished bandaging up Sylvia, who I have imagined has just been sitting on the floor this whole time after falling on her ass from the pain.
I would let her up until we were done.
Yeah, and I think once Asha is finished, she's gonna look up at Vincent and extend her hand, her good hand, to him to see if he helps her up.
And like the consummate gentleman that he is, he does reach a hand out and helps you to your feet.
Thank you. I don't want to be presumptuous since we just met, but I may know somebody that could decipher that book if you're willing to lend it to me.
Oh, and who may that be?
I don't know if I am in a position to reveal their name, but they are in charge of a very unique and very special library.
I see. He smiles and he reaches down and grabs the book. It's like, I don't have to tell you to be careful and to not try to read through this again. As he hands you this just red leather-bound tome.
Thank you. I'll take very good care of it, and will do my best to return to you with information that you don't already possess.
Well, anything found in that book would be information I do not possess.
And hopefully it doesn't do this to anyone else.
It is a nasty article. But its danger makes its knowledge so much more precious.
Do you happen to know if this is like a curse that's on it, or is it just a form of protection?
My best guess is it's some form of advanced magical protection. Whoever wrote this tome definitely does not want just any eyes to be able to read through it.
Okay, well, I'll see what I can figure out with it.
Just as a warning, if the thought of potentially dispelling the wards on this book come to mind, be careful. The last individual that I acquired to do such a task ended up painting the walls of their own home with their body. So, careful. Smithy, I know that look. You want for Ventrix to look at it.
I will keep that in mind and pass it along to anyone that tries to help with this project. And I guess I probably don't have to say this, given that you tasted me. I assume just based on that, you'd be able to track me down again. You don't have to worry about me like absconding with it or anything.
Oh, no, my dear, that it doesn't give me any sort of power or connection or anything of that matter over you. It was just a means of the ritual to be able to control your blood for a brief moment.
I don't.
You are free of any influence I may have had.
Oh yeah, I wasn't worried about that. I think I would feel it, I assume, if you were trying to influence me, but I don't know if your kind are like, once you taste somebody's blood, you can kind of like, I don't want to compare you to dogs because I know that's a tumultuous relationship historically, but heightened senses and all.
I have other means of being able to detect you without needing to taste your blood.
Concerning, but I do believe you.
If I ever needed to inquire about something, it would not be hard for me to track you down.
Well, do feel free to just send a message if you ever have questions or want updates.
I will do that. You as well. This goes for any of your friends. If they have any wish for knowledge, or if you have a task that I may be of assistance for. I find myself in a dire lack of friends here in this land, and it never hurts to have some people you can call on.
Agreed. Now, Asha, I'm ready to go if you are, because it's taking everything I've got not to just pass out. So,
Yes, let's get you somewhere you can rest. Before we go, though, Vincent, you did seem to at least know of Verventrix. We had heard about him recently.
A curse to know about that individual.
We are finding that out. I just don't like getting all my information from one source. Is there any information you can give me about him that I might use to verify what someone else told me?
The man is the root of all evil.
They have the same phrase, I think.
There is nothing, no crime, no atrocity, no anything that this man will not commit in the means of furthering his own research or gaining more influence.
No.
The sooner somebody puts a blade in his heart, the better.
I'm sure he's on many a people's to-do list if he's that bad.
I know quite a few of them. But, much like a cockroach, he is harder to put down than you would expect.
Like someone else we know right now.
I resemble that statement. I mean, what?
And as you're having this conversation, he begins to lead you back upstairs. And those of you who are up top do see Asha and Vincent, and now a injured Sylvia with a slinged up arm coming back up top side.
probably blood soaked as well.
Oh yeah,
We're probably both blood-soaked.
You look like a crime scene at the moment.
Sylvia, please excuse this, but can you go more than 1 week without getting your wing clipped?
That's a little bit offensive, but also not inaccurate.
I don't know what we're going to do with you, little bird.
I don't know what's worse, the assumption that we came out of... Never mind. You are correct, she did do it to herself, but the assumption there...
I must say that you...
It's like the third time this has happened.
I must say that you and your companions, Asha, are rather interesting, and I know you do have pressing matters to attend to back at the orphanage in regards to the ghosts. But once everything is put to bed, if you were looking for employment, I may have a task for all of you, if you so wish. No hard feelings if you deny. I understand. We just met.
We were supposed to be just passing through on our way to another destination, but maybe after that, if we have the time.
Well, you know where I
Kind
live.
of sidetracked.
Definitely think about it. All right, so let's have a good one, Mr. Vincent.
Be well, all of you. And he turns and he just heads back down into his basement, leaving all of you topside at this creepy ass farm.
The moment he is out of earshot, it's just, we're not working for the Dracula. I'm just like, I've got to draw the line somewhere, and I think this is a good one.
Work for a war criminal? Sure. A Dracula? No.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
property. I'm
we
pretty
didn't
sure he can
we
still
didn't
hear
have
you.
confirmation that he was a war criminal at the time.
And we weren't technically working for him on purpose.
That's true. That's also true.
Well, I'm gonna start taking Sylvia back to where she can rest.
Sounds good. Oh God. Okay, hang on a second. Do we have to worry about time paradoxes?
No, you do not need to worry about time paradoxes.
Okay.
If
Don't see
anyone
yourself.
has a decent passive perception, you'll notice there's a fist-sized hole in the door Tokimi's next to.
Rom will like pull out a measuring tape or a little rope or something. He'll just measure the length and the width of the hole, and then just put the rope back in his bag.
All right. So Max
Max
doesn't necessarily know about them not having to worry about a time paradox. All right, so I've got to go back to the inn. I rent us a couple of rooms in about an hour, so I've got to go back and do that, I think. So, but it's on me.
I'd like to go back to the inn too.
Yes, let's take you back to the inn. I don't really want to. I don't want to say I don't want to check on the orphanage. I do. I'd like to make sure it still doesn't burn down, but
I can go with Max to the inn, and then I'm probably just gonna scream for a while and then pass out. So don't let me hold you up with the whole inn thing, or the whole orphanage thing. 'Cause that is, kind of why we're here. So
I'm just gonna reach around in her bag and she's gonna pull out. She has a bag. She has several bags of sleepy time tea, but she's gonna give you one of them. Be like, this will help you rest if you have trouble doing so. It's not gonna make the pain go away, but you'll be too passed out to feel it.
that
And
sounds
if
good.
not, the bartender has some pretty decent whiskey.
That'll help dull the pain as well.
Am I allowed to mix the two of them, or is it like a don't take this with alcohol type of situation?
Asha, go ahead and give me a medicine check for that.
Uh-oh.
I'm sorry, what? You got a one?
Yeah.
You've never
Fucking I know.
you don't know. You've never heard of any negative effects of combining sleep aids and alcohol?
Give me a great night.
Out of character, as a medical professional, do not mix the alcohol.
Yeah, definitely
with
do
sleeping
not.
meds. Never, ever do
Yeah.
that. For your own safety. Thank you. This was your PSA of the day. Have a good day.
Just herbs. Don't worry about it.
Look, don't be a coward. Take some sleep aids, take a couple shots of whiskey, and operate a forklift. You're fine.
Look,
Make sure to swing your sword up real high.
please understand that for legal reasons, our GM
That
is
is a
currently
joke.
joking.
That is a joke.
Do
not
not
do that.
take his advice. He is not a qualified professional.
Instructions unclear,
He might as
became
well be, but,
killdozer.
we're not going to go there.
Became killdozer.
Motherfucker.
Oh.
So
I was just gonna look at the herbs and think about it for a minute and be like, I honestly
you assume
don't
it's fine.
know. Should be okay. I mean, they're just herbs.
Yeah. We'll make you a hot toddy. It'll be fine.
So about halfway from the farmstead back towards the city, you all get this strange feeling of displacement, as if something has changed.
Oh, Okay. All right. That was weird. Anybody else with that?
I got a shiver down my spine. Something doesn't feel right.
Yeah, I thought I was just feeling woozy from the blood loss, but if you guys felt that too.
Can I back up a few steps to see if it goes away?
It doesn't.
Nope. Not a proximity thing.
Have I ever felt anything like this, having been, in hell and shit?
Go ahead and give me a history check, because you may have.
Alrighty. Well, at least the first roll is a good roll. That's a nat 20, which I believe is a 22? I want to say 21, 22, something like that.
Surprisingly
Cool.
enough, this is not your first experience with this, as this just seems to be an occurrence of time displacement, as if something in the past has changed and it has affected the future.
Oh, that's
As
not good.
this displacement happens, it takes you a moment to just get the briefest feeling that you are now back in what technically would be current time, after you had dealt with the individual down in the basement underneath the burnt down orphanage, your dealings with Max, and then him sending
You mean
you
Mal, but yes,
Mal,
I got you.
whatever.
we're good, I got you.
Mal, thank
Yeah,
you.
right. I got you.
Dealing with Mal and him sending you back topside from hell after claiming your favor from. And you just get a feeling that whatever you had been sent back to do has been taken care of.
Huh. It seems like what we were displaced in time will end up being fine.
Well,
What that means, but okay.
That I think the problem is solved. At least as far as what originally we came here to resolve.
And he's driving again.
okay. So if I'm understanding this, the orphanage will not burn down, but Asha does still need to go exorcise it.
I have to go check on it.
I wouldn't bet everything on my gut feeling.
Rojan, would you allow me to do like a perception check here, just kind of like stepping back in time for a moment to see if I would have noticed the position of the sun in the moment that we felt that weird feeling? See if the sun shifted forward like an hour or something. See if we've been shunted back into our regular time, or if it's just an event that's changed.
Go ahead and give me a nature check.
Nature. Got a solid +0 to that. So this 2 on the die is a 2.
You can't tell. You look up at the sky and the sun is definitely there. You don't really necessarily remember where it was when everything took place.
So Sylvia looks up at the sun with the intent of trying to figure something out, but instead of figuring whatever that was out, she's just staring up at the sun with a glazed look on her face.
Sylvia. Hey.
Yeah, we're gonna put our hands over. Oh, go ahead.
You are staring at the sun.
I was about
little
to say,
bird.
put our hands over her face.
Am I?
We need to get you to the inn very quickly.
It's been a long day.
And I thought I had a penchant for drinking.
If we get moving.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm more trust all the rest of them to get Sylvia safe. It's Asha looks very torn, but she's gonna go towards the orphanage.
Okay.
I have to check, guys. I'm sorry. I have to check.
If we're
Okay.
back in our regular timeline, Tokeni's heading to the blacksmith.
Okay. So you're gonna split off from the group to head to the blacksmith?
I made an appointment.
Yep. Okay. Is anybody going with Asha, or is Asha being left to her own devices?
My name is Kylus. I'm totally gonna go with Asha. Thanks,
Or
Kylus.
does-
You're a super great friend.
Or does
No,
Asha want
Kylus is-
anybody to go?
Not really. She
Okay.
really wants Kylus to stay with Sylvia, as she probably trusts him next to be the next healer, if she is not there. So.
Okay.
You know, if only because we've made deals with the devil here. Should you be returning back, would you want the company?
I mean, your ethnicity is not going to bother anyone else there. We see all kinds.
Very well. Should you need an extra pair of hands, I volunteer.
Sure. Max, don't
Well-
go too crazy. Please keep it.
I would never.
You tried to burn down the barn.
And keep me a drink refreshed, please.
Yes. To be fair, we thought they were super evil and sketchy at the time, and well, to be fair, they are also still pretty sketchy.
Yes. But also, arson should not be our first go-to.
Yeah, I didn't feel like getting into a sword fight with a Dracula today. Sorry.
Sometimes you can have a conversation.
With a Dracula.
We didn't know it was a Dracula at the time.
No. All we had was Kyla saying, "There's a lot of evil beneath us." So.
Kylus
But
was
Jed does not
wrong.
make
He
it
was
evil.
lying to us.
Oh yeah, through his teeth.
I have to admit, you mortals are quite courageous to follow a vampire into his lair. I prefer staying up top and breathing fresh air.
Yeah, it smelled like corpse ass in there. I don't know how you two went and did that.
I don't know how you know what a corpse's ass smells like, and I'm not sure I want to ask.
We've been places.
I don't
You
recall any of
have.
them playing with your face in a corpse ass.
I think that's one of those smells you may not have to get too close to it. Honestly.
That's fair.
Anyway, I will get us some rooms. I think they had 2 fairly large rooms with multiple beds.
The rooms that you had acquired previously, you still have access to.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm just gonna complete the loop.
Okay.
But I don't remember the specifics of our reservation because that was like a month ago.
That shopkeep, you're gonna come in there and request to do rooms again, and he's gonna be like, "Are you drunk?
Yeah, he's like,
I guess we're day drinking."
it's like, dude, you still have the keys. What?
How do I still have the keys? I haven't picked up the keys yet. Like that's the thing I'm talking about.
He doesn't know how far along in history you guys are at the moment.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Please take good care of Sylvia. She needs rest.
You have my word. I will do my best.
Yeah. So as everybody splits off into their own directions to take care of some things in town or rest up, we are going to go ahead and take a quick break here so we can get up, freshen our drinks and all that fun stuff, and we will be right back.
Y'all later.
And we're back.
Hey, Beck. I'm dead. How are you?
God damn it.
I got it.
You knew that was coming.
Doesn't mean that I appreciate it.
Oh, come on.
So, everyone begins to head to their own destinations. And I think I'm going to start with Toki here. As you make your way towards the blacksmith. Thankfully, it's still along the same road, and you sort of separate from your companions as you reach up to the farmstead that has the built-in blacksmith that's there. And as your friends leave you behind, you make your way into the work area as the gentleman you spoke to was there working on the forge.
Hello.
Oh, miss, yes, how can I help you?
Am I early?
Early for what?
My order.
Oh, I'm sorry, did you place it in order? What was it that you ordered? I'm having a bit of a I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank to your face.
Your son was gonna make a wrought iron bracelet for me.
Right, a bracelet. I apologize. I'm not really familiar with new faces. There are times when it's just everything just jumbles together. One moment. So he walks over to a small table and he pulls out like a wooden cubby and he picks up a bracelet and he closes it. He sets the wrought iron bracelet down onto the anvil itself. Like I hope it's to your liking. I found it a little strange that you requested to be made out of wrought iron, but to each their own.
Well, I like wrought iron. It has several, let's say, efficient properties.
I wouldn't know what efficient properties it would entail aside from making a fence, but I'll have to take your word for it.
Well, I'll tell you if you ever have issues with nuisances of the fiendish or demonic kind. Wrought iron is something that'll come in handy.
Nothing around here like that. We may get the every now and then rabble rouser, but fiends and devils tend to leave us alone. We are a rather boring city.
No, I truly hope it stays that way.
Yes, if fiends or devils are what you are looking for, you would more than likely find that back in the capital.
Yeah. I'm trying out of character. Did I pay already or not? I don't remember.
I believe you paid up front.
Okay. I thank him. I ask him, quick question. Is there a temple in town?
A temple? We don't have a temple to any sort of dedicated deity. There is a small building near the center of the town, which is used as the stand-in house of worship for those who wish to commune with whichever deity will listen.
Are there standing clergy there?
Not necessarily. It's more of a, well, you want my honest opinion, it's mostly a prayer box. You go in, you speak your piece to your deity or multiple deities, and then you just go along your way. Between you and me, I don't even know if it's been sanctified.
Interesting. Oh, I might pay a visit. Maybe I'll get lucky and there's a passing cleric who'll be able to assist me.
Well, from what I've heard in passing, there is a cleric that has recently come to town. Maybe you can find them.
I don't know if she can do what I need done.
Ah.
Granted, I haven't asked her. It is quite presumptuous of me to think she might not be able to do what I need to have done, but she is a decent cleric, so it might be a thing. I just don't know if she'll have on hand the components for what I need done.
Well, in my experience, it never hurts to ask.
She's busy tending to a ill friend and dealing with some personal matters. I'll have to wait until she's done. Perchance, do you know of any... This is going to sound odd. Any rumors, perhaps, with the orphanage?
Rumors? Nothing really, no.
I heard tale that it might be haunted.
Haunted?
Might be.
I mean, there's always been the passing children's tale, that the hearing bumps in the night and whatnot, but you know how active the imaginations of children are. I wouldn't pay too much.
True.
I wouldn't pay too much mind to it.
The problem with children is their innocence lets them see things that those of us who've become older and more jaded tend to miss.
At times, yes, but also the imagination of a child is one that hasn't been, how to say, crippled by the ever-growing horrors of age.
True. My parents have told me tales of crippling horrors. I
wouldn't put too much worry into it. If anything, if the place is haunted, I would assume that the spirits inside would be benevolent, as we've had no tales of any harm coming to any of the children or the caretakers.
Well, that's good to know. Right, well, thank you very much for your time, and thank your son again for me. It is a beautiful bangle.
Of course.
I will wear it with pride.
Give me 1 second. I have to get my cat before she starts throwing things.
Okay.
Guessing the kitty is demanding treats again.
Love me, human, love me!
But not too much. I don't want to be held.
Yes, Rosie, Evie got an upgrade.
Evie's always been able to throw stuff. No, but like on the dresser behind me, she'll either hook the books that are up there and push them off, or she'll grab one of like the League of Legends miniatures that I have and just push them off the edge.
Did you want treats or something else this time?
Treats, but
yeah,
it's not time for treats. And it's more because I'm on my computer. But yeah, you are given your bangle and he gives you information or his feelings on the matter of the orphanage possibly being haunted. And as you make your way from the blacksmith back to town,
I'm gonna head back to the orphanage, since that's where Asha is. Or that's where Asha said she was going.
Okay, so you're gonna make your way towards the orphanage. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Was anyone else heading to the orphanage with Asha? Or was it just Asha?
Depends on if Round decided to go along, because he's the only one that expressed interest. If Ram is talking, we can't hear him.
Okay, here. I was muted. Mine apologies. I was composing an ode in my head. Thou were saying.
Are you? Was Ram headed to the orphanage with Asha, or was he making his way back to the inn with the others?
No, we had asked Max to get us a cold one and set it aside, but we are first going to go to the orphanage with Asha, as long as she allows us. Of course, we did offer our services.
Okay. So I will go ahead and take the scene over to those of you who are making your way into the tavern. As the three of you begin to make your way through town, the injury that you've sustained, Sylvia's understandably throbbing. You have movement in the digits, at least, but any sort of movement itself is just causing uncomfortable or even at times excruciating pain.
Yeah, I'm imagining it to be a lot like the pain of when I had a tooth pulled without any sort of freezing or anything. After the initial shock fades away and the pain really starts to set in, it's unbearable.
Abby Rhodes, thank you for that follow, or not that follow. Thank you for that raid. My brain is not functioning today.
So she's like visibly starting to kind of pale in her complexion, and she's starting to get a bit shaky, a bit sweaty, and it's not a pretty sight.
So, Sylvia, I've been meaning to ask, why does your arm look like it went through a sawmill?
Oh, I was reading a book that's, I guess, protected by magic or something.
Ah,
It was Vincent's book, and he said that even he hasn't been able to read it without repercussions.
so you read a magic book that was owned by a Dracula.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I didn't know it was protected at the time. I mean, I did when it broke my finger, but then I felt like I should keep reading it.
Hang on. So it broke your finger as a warning,
Yeah,
and you chose to ignore that.
yeah, because he's a killer,
Okay.
and that's not good, right?
Little bird, we really need to have a discussion about your self-preservation. But let's go ahead and get you inside and get you a nice warm bed.
Yeah. I do have the book, by the way.
Of course you do. Why wouldn't you? Amazing. So great. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Also, Max,
Mm-hmm.
you were right in, like, not trusting anybody about anything, really, like, ever. Because even though he was being really nice and, like, kind to us, I could feel it. There was something more behind his facade.
Yeah, he's a Dracula, Sylvia.
I don't really know anything about Dracula's.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's It's probably fine. You and Nasha got out there. As long as he didn't taste your blood, that's no problem.
Would that be a problem if he did that?
Did that happen?
A little bit?
Oh, good. Great. Wonderful.
I mean, there was kind of blood everywhere, as you can see.
Yeah, no, that's great. So besides the fact that you are already carrying what is essentially a beacon with you, there's also the fact that he's tasted your blood and is likely able to find you with that as well.
That's kind of what I was thinking as well, but he didn't seem to, you know, he was probably lying to me, wasn't he?
He was definitely lying to you. Yeah, that was a lie that he told you because he is a Dracula.
Well, at least he didn't bite me or anything. That's the bad thing, right? If they bite you?
Yeah, it is bad if he bites you. So, yeah, as long as he didn't actually bite you, that's probably fine.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm having trouble standing.
Yep. The inn it's like right over here. We'll just keep walking and talking, and I'll get you a cup of hot whiskey for that tea.
Thank you.
Yep.
As you walk into the inn, the innkeeper what? What was that?
It's just Max is there, like Max's internal, like,
Oh. That caught me for a moment. As you walk into the inn, the innkeeper greets you warmly and he's like, welcome back. I hope that you are enjoying the sights around town. Oh, miss, your arm.
I'm not enjoying the sights around town very much.
Did something happen around town?
Accident at the sawmill. Do you have any towels?
Sawmill? We don't have
worry about it.
we don't have a sawmill.
It's fine. Do you have any towels? And maybe some hot whiskey?
We have both, yes. Where did he find a sawmill?
It's on the outskirts of town. Not properly maintained.
I see. Well, that would explain the accidents. Would you like me to bring you the towels here, or do you want me to deliver them up to your room?
To the room would be nice.
Cup of hot whiskey, towels. Yeah, I can do that. Please get her situated. She looks like she's gonna pass out on any moment.
I'll take care of it. Yep. I appreciate it. So. Oh, he takes her upstairs to the room that I apparently have the key for.
Yeah, you have the room that you got for Kylus.
Yeah. Oh, right. Okay. But Kylus, okay. So we're not. This isn't like a proper time travel thing. I don't have to worry about like kicking mostly dead Kylus out of the bed to put mostly dead Sylvia in it.
No, pretty much what happened was when you guys went through that distortion field, you fixed the incident with the orphanage burning down, so you don't have to worry about that. Everything else is now back in place as it should be. So Kylus is with you all, not sleeping in the bed.
Gotcha.
But as you get her situated into the bed, there's a knock at your door, and the innkeeper brings in a cup of warm whiskey and a couple towels. It's like, if there's anything else you need, just let me know.
Thank you. We will. And I give him a gold for his trouble.
As he's walking out, I was like, I really must bring up this abandoned sawmill at the next town meeting. If people are breaking their arms, that's going to be bad for business. He just shuts the door behind himself.
It's fine. It won't be a problem. We'll be long gone before that town hall meeting.
Joke's on you, it's tomorrow.
Tomorrow for us was 2 days ago. Oh no. But yeah, so all right, Sylvia, you get into bed. We've got clean towels to put under your arm. And I'll go ahead and mix this tea for you. In the whiskey.
Thank you, Max, for all of this. Sorry, I kind of deviated us from what we were doing.
It's fine. Asha and the bard can take care of the orphanage.
The bard.
Right.
I don't know if they've ever actually exchanged names.
We hung out at a whole ass pub for an evening. I would think so, but
Hey, I worked across the aisle from a dude for like 3 months, and I never got his last name.
That's fair. I hung out with somebody for half a day at a convention once and never exchanged names with them.
Sometimes you don't need names.
Yeah, exactly. So Sylvia will clamber into the bed and just kind of stay there.
Okay. Sylvia, if you are not going to leave the bedroom, if you're going to rest for like the rest of the day, go ahead and give me that death saving throw. The first death saving throw for your arm.
Not the number I was hoping for. That's a 5.
That's one failure. Hey, at least it's not a 1.
It's true. I will mark those on my sheet so I don't forget.
Okay.
Since it's not a 1, you've already done better than I would do.
True.
So as you begin to rest and take it easy in the inn, Realm and Asha, you make it to the orphanage. And happily enough, you find it still standing. Though, much like you had found it previously, not a soul to be found.
literally this time, or metaphorically this time.
Not a living being around, let's put it that way.
Ah,
Asha will let herself inside. Probably knows where they have their hide key. Let's be real. And she'll first take a look around the house, see if she can find anyone inside.
Okay.
And then if not, she's going to try to go to the basement and see if she can find out where all the ghosts are.
When you enter in, how do you announce yourself?
Same way you were when you come out. Just opens the door, yells hello.
And down the hall of the first floor, you hear an unfamiliar woman's voice call back. Hello, yes. Can I help you?
She's gonna look over at Rom for a moment and be like, I thought she was in town. Yeah, I don't think I recognize you.
And
Are you new to the orphanage?
she makes her way out of a side room in the hallway and begins to come closer to you, and she looks to be in like a human woman along in her years, maybe early 50s. Graying hair, a very kind face to her. She was, well, I've been here for a couple years now. I guess it depends on your definition of new.
It'd be about that time frame I left, I guess. Maybe a little bit more. Somewhere in there. Time's been a little weird lately.
It does seem like it passes us by faster every day, doesn't it?
It does. I am Asha, by the way.
Oh, you're the famous Asha.
Don't know about famous, but
Oh,
they talk about me around here, probably.
much pride from the stories I've heard about you and what you've become. I am Maggie. I
Nice.
am helping with the day-to-day tasks around here. If you're looking for the master of the home, he is out with the children for a bit of an excursion, education. They should be back later on tonight if you're looking for them. Or if you wish to have any.
Say hello.
I was assume you would want to maybe make some sort of homecoming announcement.
I mean, we're not staying for long, but while we're here, at least it would be good to see everyone.
I see. Well, is there anything I can do for you now? I am unfortunately the only one here at the moment.
Do you know where the twins might be?
Okay, I don't mean to be pedantic, but I'm going to need a little bit more information as to the twins. We have multiple twins.
Got their names. I'm pulling it up right now. I'm digging. Minon and Barat?
I haven't seen those boys around in a couple days. But you know them. Probably getting into trouble.
Always. They've been frequenting the same areas lately? Because I can go find them myself.
I would assume
Check them out wherever the hole they've dug themselves into.
I would assume that's where they're at, wherever their familiar hideaways are. I myself don't go looking for them.
That's fair. They're adults. I'm going to insight check just because of the day I've been having.
Go right ahead.
Everything feels a little weird. I was at 19 on the die, so 27?
27? It doesn't feel like she's being dishonest with you, but she's definitely holding something back. Maybe just because she's just met you and she hasn't gotten a read on you just yet. It doesn't seem to be anything malicious. Just a means of like, you're still technically a stranger to her and she doesn't know what information is safe and isn't safe to share with you. Just a bit of stranger danger.
Yeah. I guess I will return either... God. I forgot why I named this dude. I hate it. I'll return either when Oreos comes back, or I'll find Minon and Brute myself. Thank you.
Or your what?
I'll find Minon and Brute myself. Thank you, though.
Oh, of course, dear. As you were a previous resident here, I have no means to keep you out. You can come and go as you please. As I said, the master of the home should be around later this evening after he returns with the children.
Sounds good. She's going to unless Rom wants to do anything, she'll leave the house at that point. stopping outside going, this is a little weird.
No, we don't really have anything to add to that part so far, if only because, like I said, he kind of came to help Asha, so if Asha's not really doing anything, he's not going to get involved beyond that point. In the sense that he's not going to interfere.
So they do make it outside. She'll turn to Rom because something feels a little off, doesn't it? And last time she was the one out with the kids and Orios was traveling.
Weird enough this time. Yeah, well, I mean, you're right. No, it makes sense. That's a small discrepancy, clearly.
I mean, and the orphanage not burning would not have changed those details, so...
He nods. Well, that leads us to a good question then, huh?
But it does. I think I'm going to have to find my brothers.
Quite possibly.
She's gonna start hunting down Homebrew, starting with wherever they normally
go ahead to track your brothers. Let's go ahead and do a. Let's go make it a survival check.
Okay, that's something I can do. 22.
Sure enough, first place you look, there they are. Like you go down a couple streets into a couple back alleys, and they're sitting there and they're sort of like conversing with one another, just joking and rolling some dice and just having a lazy day. They kind of like I'm sorry, what were their names again?
Minon and Baruch.
Minar and okay. Please send me the spelling of their names.
Yes. I did this to myself.
All right, so, and if I remember correctly, they're both tieflings, right?
Yep.
And Minon looks up and tilts his head. Oh, and look, the clergy's in town.
Someone has to come here to set you boys straight.
Please, we're lost causes. That's what we've been told anyway.
Oh, but I never give up.
And what brings our wise big sister back to this humble town?
Well, originally we were passing through, but it sounds like you guys have been having some trouble.
Trouble? No? And Brute looks over at him. He's like, honest, we don't got our hands in anything. Not planning any heists, not any scams or anything. We're just having a good old time, just rolling dice. No trouble from us.
Oh no, not from you guys. Heard there was some impressions in the orphanage to sell.
Wait,
Is that not true?
someone's selling the orphanage?
Someone's trying to buy the orphanage.
Someone's trying to buy the orphanage. Huh. Now that you mention it, some weird guy came by and talked to Orios the other day. I mean, it wasn't anything angry or anything, but the man did seem disappointed when he left the meeting. This is like he looked human. Seemed to carry himself almost like he was a little more important than everyone else. Very straight, very educated in the way that he talked. Though he didn't look anything special. Orios seemed to be a bit flustered. But, you know, the old man, every time somebody speaks to him about the orphanage in one way or another, he becomes flustered.
He does.
But we haven't heard any sort of whispers that anyone was looking to purchase it or the old man was looking to sell it.
I don't think he was looking to sell. I think someone was just looking to purchase.
Where are you getting this information from?
Might have ran into the same gentleman.
Oh. So they send the golden child in to see if they can't broker the deal.
Oh, like I'm going to help them buy the place.
Look, I don't know what your time amongst the holy people have taught you.
That they put way too much faith in their god to get things done.
Now, see, that sounds like our big sister. Look, like I said, news to us that somebody's trying to buy the place.
As we're having this conversation, I'm realizing Asha still probably has blood all over from the arm.
And what's weird is neither of them or even Mandy seemed to clock it.
Yeah.
Or Maggie seemed to clock it.
Well, I may have at least bought some reprieve. But I do have to talk to Orios tonight. He's supposed to be back tonight, right?
What are you talking about? He should be there right now.
I went there first.
No, when we left visiting, I mean, he was there alone. Maggie was supposed to take the kids out and start teaching about flowers or something out in the fields, and he was there working the books.
When I just went there, Maggie was there. I'm assuming that was someone who claimed she was Maggie was there. And said that he was out with the children.
No.
And that you haven't been home in days.
They kind of like look at one another. We were literally just there this morning.
Well, that's concerning. And this Maggie person is trustworthy?
Look, we don't know much about her. She stopped by and offered the old man assistance. As you know, he's getting on in his own years, you know. He thought it a good idea to have another handout, you know, helping the kids and making life easier, but
How long ago?
A couple of years.
She didn't lie about that.
I mean, she's been good enough, you know, making sure the kids are fed, and, you know, she's really good with what's that? The study of plants or herbalist something, whatever.
Herbalism.
There you go. She's really good with that. She's really good at making medicines and whatnot, which are, you know, godsend for kids. But she's always struck, you know, at least she's always struck me weird. You know, there just seems something off about her.
Got the same feeling when I talked to her earlier.
It's kind of like, you know, when you meet somebody's parents for the first time and they just seem a little too perfect, like they're hiding something.
Yes.
Like,
hiding something.
Like that.
And you telling me you haven't tried to figure out what it is?
Look, we tried for a little bit, but until the old man asked us to stop and said that she was fine. And, you know, she was just wanting to help. So, you know, we did what the old man said and just dropped it.
Well,
and
do me a favor. I'm gonna head back to the orphanage.
Brute's like, well, we did drop it, but I kind of swiped one of her spare keys just in case we wanted to resume the investigation afterwards.
And did you?
Well, we haven't resumed it, and he reaches in his pocket, but I still got the key.
Get out of here. Do me a favor. Go check on Orios and the kids. I'm gonna go back to the orphanage and claim I couldn't find you guys. And I was gonna wait for you there.
He hands you the key.
She'll pocket that for now. And she'll
anything we should tell the old man when we find him?
I mean, if him and the kids are fine, that's fine. Just let him know I'm back at the orphanage waiting for him.
Right.
Maybe they'll wrap up early. Something just seems fishy with all of this.
Yeah, now that you mention it, something doesn't sound right. Well, we'll do what we need to do. They walk by, and Menon just like sort of just like bops you on the shoulders as he walks by.
My God, the moment you got taller than me. Stay safe.
Hey, you know us. First sign
That's why I tell you to stay safe.
First sign of danger, we run.
Mm-hmm. Be safe.
You too. They kind of, as they walk by, they kind of both just like give like a curt nod to Realm as they continue on their way.
Yeah, I mean, plus, it's not like Realm looks, confidence inspiring anyway.
As they disappear, I'm gonna look at Rom. Is there anything you can do with this while I distract her? Pull up the key.
But what do you need the key for?
Figure out what this lady's up to. I don't trust her.
You want me to find what this key opens, then?
Please.
Very well.
If there's anything interesting inside.
Well, no guarantees, but...
I'd let you do distraction, as you could be better at that, but... it's probably better if I do it at this point.
Entirely up to you. As I said, I'm merely here to help, it's true.
Yeah. You find out where the key goes and what's inside, and I'm going to go have a cup of tea.
Well, while she settles for a cup of tea, we will go and figure out what this key is for.
Okay. So as the two of you make your way back towards the orphanage, as you begin to reach the front area of the property, you run into Toki.
Well. Our feathered friend.
Who's feathered? Granted, she's wearing her sundress, so her wings and halo are invisible.
Didn't we have a vision where I saw you in full halo thingamajiggies and all that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
You can say it. She hasn't revealed herself to anyone.
Oh, okay. Well, wouldn't I... Yeah, I was wondering with the visions and everything, I would have seen it, though, no?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, so, again, feathered friend. Everybody else might not know what I'm referring to, but,
It could just be a turn of phrase.
Yep, who knows?
Look, Ron is weird. He says a lot of weird things.
There you go. But yeah, no, that being said, what brings you here?
I finished my errand, and I came to the orphanage to help Sylvia. I mean, to help Asha.
Oh. Well.
Oh, and also ask her if she knows a particular spell.
Ask her what,
spells are
sorry?
you looking for?
I think it's called Continual Flame.
I do know of it. I don't think I currently have it. What do you need it for? How urgent?
It's not urgent. It's just something that would be beneficial.
You let me know what day you need it, and I can do that spell. Yes.
Okay. I remember my father saying it's quite pricey.
Yeah, it takes some rubies. Ruby dust.
I don't have any ruby dust.
Well, I would have to request that if we come across ruby dust, or if you have a chance to acquire it, that would be needed. Yes. About 50 gold worth usually does it.
Okay. I guess I need to find a jeweler.
While this is happening, I'd like to surreptitiously snoop for the lock associated with this key. First of all, looking at the key, like how big is it? What kind of key is it? Does it look like with some heavy like gate key or some small like jewelry box key?
This is a very nondescript key that looks like it can belong to anything door sized.
All right, so yeah, we're gonna stoop around, see if we find a door that does not wish to let me through.
Are you going into the orphanage to do this?
I mean, somebody's being distracted right now. The lady's being distracted, correct?
You haven't even.
Oh, not yet. We haven't entered.
You haven't even entered yet.
Oh, maybe. No, well, sorry, she said mention something like going to get tea, and I assumed this was happening. My bad.
We raised Tokumi first.
Gosh, yeah, I'm just gonna hang out until I'm told to go ahead and accomplish my role, my task.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if, did you find the spirits we're supposed to free?
Not yet, but something odd seems to be happening. So maybe you can help Ram. I've tasked him with finding where this key goes secretly, very quietly, while I distract the person inside.
So as you're saying this and you're walking towards the front door of the orphanage, the front door is left wide open.
I'm gonna go inside and just again call out hello, see if anyone's in there.
This time there's no answer.
More search the whole orphanage.
Okay. Realm Toki, would you like to assist?
Yeah, that's the whole purpose of my being here. So
go ahead. Go ahead and Asha, go ahead and give me an investigation roll with advantage.
Guidance.
Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea knowing your rolls.
Yeah. Okay. I think the advantage really helped. Guidance is a D4. Okay. And then investigation. My +1 in investigation has led this to be a 23.
23. You search every nook and cranny of this orphanage, every hidden passageway, every crawl space, everything that you are familiar with, and you find nobody. The entirety of the orphanage is abandoned. While you're doing this search, you come to the master bedroom upstairs near the back of the house. One of the rooms next, like down the hall from it, is wide open. And the closer you get to this room, that key that Asha gave you begins to vibrate.
Well, this won't be difficult to find. So yeah, we'll follow the vibration. Is there anything around here that's, how would I say this? That seems dangerous.
Dangerous how?
No obvious like traps, decrepit floorboards that would have me fall and die,
Nothing stands out.
Very good.
Seems like just a very well lived in home.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, then yeah, let's go ahead and do and just approach that door. Am I hearing any voices on the other side? Is there any before?
This door that you come to is wide open.
Oh,
and as you look inside, it looks to be a bedroom of sorts. Given the small trinkets and whatnot on the dresser, and on like a small almost like beauty mirror, you get the assumption that this was up until recently a woman's bedroom. And near the back wall is just this very beautiful looking armoire that seems to just stand. It seems to be out of place.
And I'm assuming this is what the key is pulling me towards then.
Yes, as you walk, if you were to walk into this room and you were to get closer to this armoire, the key begins to vibrate even more.
Well, we found the lock to this key. I'm assuming is Asha next to me right now? I don't remember. Where's Asha right now? Asha, sorry.
I think Asha would have gone to look for the basement. Well, I mean, the master bedroom being unlocked is a little weird. It's not a room that's unusual to her. So she would have moved on to make sure see if the lady went to the basement.
Okay. So am I completely alone then?
Probably, unless
Toki's with you. Toki's with you.
Okay, Toki is with me. Okay. We'll motion for Toki to come closer, and I'll point at the key, and then I'll point at the dresser, and I'll approach the dresser, and we'll put the key in the lock.
Funny enough, there is no lock on this armoire.
Oh my!
You like pull the key out, and you go to unlock it as you would. There's no keyhole, but
That's a weird
the
one.
key itself begins to violently vibrate in your hands.
Is it pulling me more towards the armoire? Like, is it vibrating the closer I get to the armoire, or?
It's almost like the feeling as it being this close. The feeling of this key in your hands is almost as if there's like sort of a magnetic pull to it.
Okay. Well, we'll do the thing that anybody would do, is something that has a pull to it. We'll move it towards the door of the armoire, and we'll basically see where the pull is strongest, and we're just gonna follow the pull.
All right. So as you get it closer to the armoire, it sort of thunks against the wood itself, and you can feel just like a strong pull coming from the other side of the wood.
Yeah, I was about to say it's probably something inside. Then we'll open the door of the armoire and see what has it so.
Okay. So as you
Obsessed with pulling, I guess.
As you open the door to the armoire itself, it sort of vanishes in a just a wisp of smoke. As with the key in your hand, opening the armoire, you dispel the illusion. And instead there is this large, almost like metallic slab of iron leaning against the wall.
Oh.
And much like anybody who has seen Star Wars, there looks to be an imprint of a half-elven man in this slab of iron.
Is this the same man that we have met in the previous time?
You have
loop?
not met this individual before.
Okay. So not somebody I recognize.
Not somebody you recognize. An older-looking half-elf, but not much more discernible features can be made from a metallic imprint.
So we'll look at Toki, and then back to that person, back to Toki, and just kind of mumble, "Have you ever seen this person?"
I don't know who this is.
Well, that's a bit of a problem then. Is there anything to show what the key is connected to? Is it still vibrating, or is it like not doing anything now that the illusion is gone?
Give me an investigation check.
Well, there's my nat one. Today is the day of a million nat ones.
The key's in your hand. It's still vibrating, but you can't really find
Tell why.
anything that would suggest that this key is to be used on this metal slab. From your understanding, this was probably less of a key and more of like a divining rod to lead you to this area.
Well then.
Does it look like there's it's just slab of metallic stone, half elven person?
It's pretty much Han Solo and carbonite.
I know, but there's nothing else.
Nothing else.
I'm trying.
Nothing else on it.
Okay, so there's no runes.
No
there's
runes.
it's just
anything. It's just a slab, like a large, probably about 6.5 foot tall slab of iron with the imprint of a half elf on it. Asha, when you get down to the basement, she's not down there.
Anything seem unusual in the basement since we came through here technically today?
No. Actually, the basement looks better than it did. Looks like it's been repaired.
Okay.
And not what you're used to. New wood, barrels that seem to be storing perishables. This isn't the creepy basement that you used to that you knew as a child, nor is it the basement that you and your friends descended into earlier today. It's almost as if whatever was down here is no longer down here.
Do I make note of any spirits down here as well?
Go ahead and give me a Arcana check.
It's gonna be a 12.
Not only do you not notice any spirits down here, but the feeling down here is completely sterile.
Being completely creeped out by everything, I'm gonna go back to find the others.
Okay. You make your way back upstairs and into that room. And you see Toki and Raum standing there looking at this strange slab of iron that seems to have a rather familiar imprint of a half-elven individual to you.
Oh, no.
As it doesn't take you very long to clock that this is almost a perfect one-to-one replica of Oreos. And that is where we are going to end for this week.
No. I knew bad things were going to happen when you DM'd me and asked me what race he was. I was like, God damn it, something bad's happening.
Dun, dun, dun.
BT Dobbs, nothing's bad's happening. Just you need to double check.
Yeah,
I can't open the Google Doc right now. Never mind.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah, that is going to go ahead and do it for us this week. Thank you everybody for tuning on in. If this is your first time here, this is not the only show that we do. On Tuesdays, we've got Star Wars Tales of the Outer Rim, which is a Star Wars game that is run by Tilt. Coming up this Thursday would be our brand new game of a new era, but my family and I are doing a late Mother's Day celebration, so we will not be having an episode Thursday night, but we will be back next Thursday for another episode of Mass Effect Horizons, which is a Mass Effect 5th edition mod that is run by Zorro. Coming up this Saturday, we are going to have another episode of The Downfall of Propriety, which is a Bridgerton-inspired mini-adventure that is run by Malls. Alternating Saturdays, we have Withered Wastes, which is another 5th edition game that I run. And then coming up on Sunday will be another episode of Wayward Wanderers, which is our Pathfinder 2 Extinction Curse game that is run by Azrin. And then we will circle back next Monday here for more Destiny Forged. But for now, we are going to go ahead and head on off. Thank you everybody for tuning on in, and we will catch you later.
Thanks for running, Rojan.
I'm waving.